Well, there it is, folks. I mean, it's a heavy beast, don't get me wrong. I gotta pet my chicken, hang on. She said, here I am. It is heavy. If you walking a couple, 3 miles back in the woods, that's gonna be a workout. I think it came out, this thing was supposed to be, I want to say 28 pounds without the bow adapter. If I'm remembering right. If I ain't, I apologize. But this bolt and that bolt could probably be shorter. But this old stand here, I've had this since the early 90s. But you talking about comfortable. Ain't been a whole lot of bads I found about this stand. Main gripe I would have with it is it's heavy. But once you get used to using it, you can put it on a tree just like any other stand and without a whole lot of noise with it. Got the rifle holders. Has a bow holder and the wooden kind where this is wood. It's got a little hole in the middle of your bow holder goes in that. Or you can just get a clip-on bow holder. I've got where they had the new ones, it's a piece of rubber, hard rubber, plastic. The bottom part hits here, top part sits on here, and it's got an adjuster where you can go one way or the other. Had the bow straight up, leaning back out from you, leaning to you. It's been a while since that thing's seen a tree. I had bought this, then they came out with the D size where they said that stand without bow holder or the bow adapter was 20 pounds. I think that's supposed to add a pound or two. So as it sets up right now, I think this is right around 30 pounds. And with this stand here, I think I done both of them. Like I said, I got this one and a newer model where it's the D. This is more shaped of a D. Instead of square tubing, it's kind of got a rounded. I did everything that they done on the videos and stuff like that, with the exception of putting 1,200 pounds in this seat. Or the other one. I've climbed a metal pole in it. I've done setups in it. While it was on the metal pole, you know, I'd get about 6 foot high, about up to here, and leaned over the things, put my feet over here, up under here like that, let this be the bend of my legs, and done setups, and it never queaked, turned, or like it was even gonna try to get off of the pole. I mean, it stayed hanging on. They are real easy to put on, and once they on the tree, it ain't gonna come off. You get up in it, you know, it's just simple as that right there, and I'm 220 pounds, and you see it ain't doing. The only thing that's giving us or bouncing is this right here where I'm at, but it ain't. Not one time would I be worried about it. But you talking about comfortable. Oh my gosh. I have took many a nap in this thing. Now, with these stands, the one thing you don't want to do is any time when you got your weight on your foot piece is touch the back of it. Because what happens is the weight in the front has got this pinched against the tree. You ain't going nowhere. But you take the weight off of here and you touch that back, this is gonna fall. Simple as that. It's gonna come down to your ankles, and it's gonna scare the crap out of you. Ask me how I know. That ain't fun at 30 feet up in the air. The foot piece is just like the top piece. It ain't going nowhere either. But once you're climbing, like I said, let me see if I can do this without dropping my phone. And that's cause I ain't got everything tightened up in there, so that all that racket is just one thing. But so you get up here and you touch this back piece. See how easy that is to start to take the levers off of it. Oh, but once you in the front, you sitting where you're supposed to be, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And even if it's cattywampus like it is right now, it's kind of turned like that, it still ain't gonna go nowhere. Man, it's a good stand. I like this stand. I need to start using it more often. I got the other one down at the lease. And all you do is once you get here, you can put your knee up in your sling seat like that. Spin this leg around. Now, if you got big boots on and stuff like that, it's gonna be a little chore. And then you just sit down. Now, with any tree stand, I would say, you get you a safety belt and you tie it to the tree. When these first come out, you tie it to the stand. So if the stand fell, you was gonna fall. I still use that one. And this one here, I would put me a safety belt right up here. So if some for unknown reason it falls, you ain't going nowhere. But I've been using my Summit Viper, or the old Goliath. It's a nice stand. But as far as comfort, you ain't beating this one. I just hate they went out of business. But these are well made. Trampoline material for the seat. You can't beat them. But once you get on up in age, it starts telling on you. That's where that new one, where it's a little bit lighter, it'll be better on you. But this old horse right here, it's still got a few more years to be in the woods. And I'll probably end up giving it to my son. And I hope he takes care of it enough where he can end up giving it to my grandson, his son. Hopefully, if it's took care of good enough, it'll be passed on down. Like I said, it is a booger. It's heavy, but it's well worth it. And the ones that's got the stand right now, they're wanting to sell them. You know, if you can't give them down, hand them down to the grandsons and stuff like that. Grandkids, see, you can stand up on this thing here. I mean, I wouldn't go do no square dance on it, but I mean, you can turn around, shoot behind you, shoot to the sides, everything that they say you can do. I took deer out of this thing. You can do it. Man, that's a nice stand. I like this. Makes me want to get in the woods right now. But I do see a few things I need to do. Change these bolts. Change these bolts where they're pointing down. Maybe shorten them up a little bit. Just the fact that it's so close to that thing worries me. But I don't know if that's looks like maybe the start of a little tear right there. But that ain't nothing to worry about right now. But you always want to check them, make sure. And that ain't, this, like I said, this ain't nothing but trampoline material. Oh, excuse me. This ain't nothing but trampoline material. So what you do, if the seat was bad, you go ahead and get it sewed on the sides to keep the seams, keep it from splitting. sew it right here with a little hoop, and it's just a little piece of metal bar right here that goes through, and it taps in to that piece there. Same with the bottom. Let's see if I can get off here without falling. Like I say, once you start getting a little bit of age on you, you'd probably want something a little different, but a little bit easier to get in and out of. But like I say, I'm getting in and out of it, and it's 3 foot off the ground. I lower it down, heck, you just step on and off. Old Bob and Margaret Heiss. I wonder if they had actually known when they made these things how popular they were going to be. I got their videos. Tree Lounge Advantage, Hunting Moonshine Island, Return to Moonshine Island, Tree Lounge Advantage 2 and 3. It's a nice stand. I would like to see a comparison between that stand there, or the new one, versus the other stand as far as how many accidents was made, how many were sold, you know, stuff like that. The only on the second thing, what was it? The first thing is heavy. Second thing, you can't touch this bar back here on either one. See, once you hit that, you lose all the leverage. The third thing is it will eat into a tree. So if you get on a pine, which I think I've had it on this pine here before. Now I didn't do a lot of standing up, sitting down and digging in. Was it this one? There's one of these dang pine trees around here that I had this thing on. There it is. See here what it done? No, I didn't. I don't think I climbed. Yeah, I did. I went up here. I think that's as high as I went in this tree because it was digging in. And the back bar is right there. I think that was the back bar. But anyhow, you can see where the front of it is. That's the 2 cleats that's in the front, right there. In here. I think that's all I done, is just kind of stepped up. Yeah, this is another one. But I was that high with it, which is about 5.5 feet off the ground. But in that stand there, being a hardwood tree, I mean, I've done it in pine trees, you know, on game management land. And I've actually went way on up yonder. Oh, but not one time did I feel like I was gonna fall. If that was a straight up tree and big enough, I wouldn't worry about going past all that right there. But there it is. I need to get her back in the woods, get another deer under her belt. The only thing I ain't shot at that stand is a hog. I need to get me a hog off of it. But that's the 3 things that I don't like about it. It's heavy with this one. The other one is to be only 2 things. It'd be heavy. You can't touch the back here as far as putting pressure or anything like that on it, because it'll fall. And it digs into the tree. Other than that, as far as comfort, a rest area where you can put your arm right here and rest your rifle to shoot all the way around you. Just a couple of it, stand up on this bow platform. And I turn this one around because if it sticks out and you got your guns right here, it has a tendency to hit the gun. And like I said, it's an old stand. I gotta get a wing bolt for that, and probably just need to change a couple of bolts. But she's nice. But there it is. What you think about it? A tree lounge. If you got one, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. If I had to do it again, I'd probably buy a couple of them. Well, I bought a couple of them, but I'd buy quite a few of them. That way you could actually, if you wanted to, put you a strap on here around the tree. Makes it even more safer. And get you some steps or a ladder to come up here. I don't know how as far as trying to get in. I don't even know if I'd do all that. I think they actually made a ladder stand. If you had a tree close enough to you, which I've done before, where there was another one right here, I would climb up this tree and just step over into my platform. Like these trees right here, kind of close together, because it's going to stick out a little ways. It's going to stick out a little ways off that tree. You can climb up the tree in front of it and just step over into the platform, and you're good to go. But there it is. You be good. Take care. Remember, God loves you. Till the next one.